Hi, my name is Tony Stark. Here to say that the man in this video is not to be admired, is not to be looked up to, is not to be copied in any way. What he did is very, very irresponsible. He got drunk, bought way too many pops all at the same time while he's drunk. And I'm here to say that you shouldn't get drunk before you do anything.
Aren't you drunk right now?
No, I'm not drunk.
You're literally holding a beer.
What have I told you about making me look drunk in front of people? You want me to get the belt?
Hey, what's up, Funkaholics? This has got to be the biggest Funko Pop shipment from Hot Topic I've ever gotten. Probably from anywhere, really. I mean, this box is gigantic. And it's making me a little nervous because if these aren't packed up, like in sorter boxes, there's probably going to be some damaged pops in here because this thing it's really heavy. I think, it was one of those late night, get home from the bar, maybe not in the best state to be making purchases, and I loaded up my cart probably with way too many things, and here we go. Now we got this gigantic shipment box. Yeah, it's hottopic.com. Obviously I got free shipping on this because it was more than 50 bucks. Usually their shipping's pretty cheap. Great selection, decent prices. Probably my favorite place to buy pops online. But alright, enough of me talking. Let's see what my drunken self thought I must add to my collection. Pop number one is Black Widow Gold Chrome. And you know what? I think I already have this one. So I might have to return this one. Or give it to somebody that really wants this. Or trade it. But I'm pretty sure I already have this one. Hopefully that does not continue. Because like I said, I wasn't in the best state. But yeah, she still looks really cool. Okay, now this is one that has a lot of nostalgia for me. I used to watch Gem and the Holograms with my sister as a kid. It was actually a pretty decently animated cartoon for the time. Pretty colorful. It's a pretty girly show, but, gotta take turns on what you pick for what you're going to put on the TV, and she always wanted to watch Gem. But yeah, she turned out really, really cool, actually. I like that pink hair. And here's the Gold Chrome Loki. I think, actually, Loki is one of the ones that looks the best in the Gold Chrome. So I'm going to take him out to take a little look. Yeah, look how awesome Loki looks in the Gold Chrome. I think, it's those horns. And this is the Thor Ragnarok version of Loki, which I think is one of his better sculpts. I mean, look how cool that looks. Super, super, super shiny. And yeah, it really makes those horns stand out. I like that he's holding the knives. Yeah, this guy looks beautiful. And we got the human kite from the Fractured But Whole episodes of South Park. Mint box, and he's a common. I buy a lot of commons, and I know some of you are like very obsessed with either chases or exclusives or convention releases, but honestly, I feel that sometimes the commons have better sculpts and wider appeal. That's why they are commons, and the exclusives and the convention exclusives sometimes are figures that might have not have sold as well if they were commons, So they slap stickers on them. That's not always the case. Sometimes convention exclusives are the coolest ones. But that might be a handful of the pops out of like the 50 they released for like SDCC. Maybe 5 of them will be insanely cool. And the other ones might just be, you know, slight variants on pre-existing pops or characters that, you know, wouldn't be very popular at all. And sometimes, you know, the commons will go up in price more than the exclusives. Like, for example, I was looking through my pop price guide, right? And a lot of my commons, you know, are going up in price of $30, $35, $40, where my San Diego convention exclusives just aren't. You know, and it could be too that, yeah, it's like, this is a common, right? I'm not talking about this specifically, right? But, you know, a common pop will be a common, but there's probably less produced of them than some convention exclusives. I firmly believe that some convention exclusives are made in higher number than some commons. You know what I mean? Because they just don't go up in price. They're very easy to get. But like, for example, you know, I was looking through my pop price guide, and the one that really kind of jumped out at me because it's not very old at all is Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Pop price guide, I believe, says he's 75 now, right? And a couple of days ago, he was at 70. So he jumped $5 in just a couple of days. And if you go to, you know, eBay, he's actually quite expensive. Like, you're not going to find one for under $100, you know? And some people are selling it for way more than that, you know? So if there's none available for 75, you know, eventually somebody's going to buy it for 100, then 120, then 130, and his price is going to keep going up. And guess what? He is just a common. You know, he is just a common pop. And already, he's well on his way to be worth over $100. So never scoff at the commons. You know, sometimes they make them, everyone goes, oh, it's a common, I'll get it later, even though it's a character they really want. Or they'll just be like, ah, it's a common, I only buy exclusives or whatever. And then, you know, something like that happens to these common characters, and the price just goes up very, very fast. And, you know, they're retired. You know, especially that's what happens. They get retired, and then all of a sudden everybody wants the common. All right, I talked about that way too much, but the whole point is, don't ever scoff at a pop that you really want just because it's a common. You know, if it's a character you really like, don't just like not buy it or not get it, or get or get an exclusive that you don't want as much just because it's an exclusive, right? Just get the characters that you like, and eventually, you know, if you're worried about worth, those characters might be worth more in the long run, because if you like them, you know, other people probably like them too. Like Spike from Cowboy Bebop, you know, they vaulted him in like just a few months, and now he's just ridiculously expensive. All right, enough. Human kite. And here we got Randy, probably one of my favorite characters from South Park. Would have been cool if he was holding some creme fraiche.
And we're gonna top that with a little cream fraiche. Oh yeah.
Randy, you've been watching that channel again, haven't you?
But I like this too. Alright, so Romeo had a chance to have a chase. I wish I would have got the chase, you know? Sounds rich after that whole common spiel. But yeah, like, I think the Romeo chase is one of the better ones, because he's, you know, wearing a completely different outfit. You know, he's wearing his like Hawaiian shirt, he's holding a gun, and he actually has some scrapes and cuts on his face. So it looks almost like a completely different pop. So yeah, I think it's one of the better chases, and hopefully he's not too much. I don't know how popular, you know, Romeo and Juliet is going to be with pop collectors, but I definitely want to try to get that chase. And this guy looks really cool too. I like the details in his chainmail armor, holding his hand out for Juliet. Really cool looking. And I've already talked about this one several times. Check out my best of 2018. And I have a random Funko Pop unboxing where this guy's in the thumbnail. And I take him out of the package to take a closer look. I ended up returning that one because it had a damaged box, and ordered again, and this box is perfect. And so is the pop. Definitely one of my favorite pops of all time. Not so much for the character, but for the design and execution. And here is Jane Jetson. You know, I don't know, like, maybe they shouldn't have made the mouth on this one because it does look, yeah, the mouth looks a little jarring, but I still loved it. I used to love the Jetsons as a kid, and I do have the rest of them, so definitely wanted to add her. Well, I don't have them yet, but you know, I believe there's a couple more in this shipment box. But yeah, she looks good. Here is Juliet. You know, honestly, one of my first crushes ever was Claire Danes as Juliet. You know, a lot of people don't, you know, think Claire Danes is like a babe or anything, but I thought she was. I mean, she still is. And I really like that they made her in her angel outfit. Might take me, you know, a little bit to actually realize this is Juliet. From straight on like this, it looks a little bit generic, but, you know, once I saw the angel wings, I mean, I'm talking about if this was out of the package. Once I see the angel wings, though, I think I would be able to put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, not sure how much more they could have done to make this look more like Juliet. But yeah, she looks pretty good. Here's the moment of truth. Some of these pops came wrapped in just bubble wrap, with all these other pops with, you know, the sorter boxes on top. You can get kind of heavy. This is a big box, a lot of pops, a lot of moving around. So hopefully these bubble wrap ones are okay. And as I thought, it's not okay. So you see here, pretty damaged box. Definitely gonna return this. Also has a cut from where they opened it to on top. So yeah, definitely returning this one. But yeah, I really like how they made Cartman's sunglasses. It looks super, super good. But yeah, definitely going back. Here we got another bubble wrapped one. Also, may need to go back. There's nothing major on the box, just a lot of tiny little imperfections. You know, when, you know, if this was something that I paid like $25 because it's vaulted or something, then, you know, it'd be fine. But this is still new, still cheap, you know, still retail. So returning this to get it for a better price is no big deal. To me, you know, it should be pretty easy to do. But it's Neota from FLCL. And similar to Cowboy Bebop, you know, like I was talking earlier, all the FLCL pops are commons, right? But just because they're commons, don't get that to not get it. Like, if you really want these characters, if you like this one, I'm pretty sure that this series, once it gets vaulted, is going to go up way more in price than a lot of exclusives. And here's the Gold Chrome Black Panther. And I want to say that, let me see. Pretty sure I have all of them now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have all of them, including Shuri and Rocket. And I think they're making a couple more that aren't out yet, though. But yeah, Gold Chrome Black Panther. And here is George's boy, Elroy. Also, the mouth looks kind of strange. You know, might have looked better without the mouth. But, you know, animation pops are hard because, you know, the animation styles are so distinct that sometimes they don't translate over into pop form. This isn't too bad. Mouth is a little jarring. They also seem to give them a little bit of a tan, like, I think they both have. Yeah, they definitely gave them tans. But yeah, really like to be completing my Jetsons collection. Alright, here's the last bubble wrapped one. Hopefully it's okay because I really, really wanted this one. Here's the Witch King with the flaming sword. Oof. Okay, so This one's got, I don't know what's going on here. It's got like some kind of, it looks like it had glue or tape on it. And I feel some tape here. Not sure what the heck is going on with this. But this guy looks really, really cool, so I'm going to take him out. But yeah, this one is definitely going to be returned as well. Look at how cool this guy looks. Really love the style of paint for this face mask here, or helmet. Looks straight up like metal. Love the way they sculpted his hand. Nice little tiny details in that too. And I like the texture of the robe. And of course that flaming sword puts it over the top. Looks super, super good. One of the better ones in these new Lord of the Rings wave, which is definitely the coolest wave of the year. Yeah, really, really like this guy. Right, and here is the Ant-Man Gold Chrome, and that, yeah, that completes my collection of these first 10 common gold chromes that came out. He looks awesome as well. And here is Judy Jetson. Same thing I said about the others. You know, sculpt looks pretty good. Hair does. Looks really good. Like they got her little kind of ponytail that curves forward just right. Can you tell? Let me see. Kind of hard to see. But yeah, the lips look a little strange. They're a little close to the nose. And yeah, they seem to have given them a very, very nice tan. They must have just gone on vacation. And last but not least, we have Toolshed. Really like the way they did the glasses on him. And all the tools in there, sculpted in really nice, painted really nice. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the South Park Pops. I think they look pretty good myself. Especially the ones that have a little bit more detail. Like, yeah, Randy's a little plain, right? But that straight up looks like Randy to me. But the ones like Toolshed, you know, Cartman as the police, looks pretty good. Alright guys, that was 17 pops. Way too many pops to order at once. Don't ever, ever, ever be like me. You know, do as I say, not as I do. Because as you can see, 3 of them were damaged. They were the 3 that weren't in the sorter boxes. Hard to tell if they were damaged before or after. I mean, the Cartman definitely was before, since it has the cut on top. That would have been enough to want me to return it, even though it came in a sorter box. But since he's kind of crushed, he's definitely going back. So is Naota and the Witch King. Not bad. 3 out of 17. And it looks like Hot Topic is now including return instructions. So I don't even have to go to the store anymore. I can just throw them back in a box. And I believe the postage is probably paid and return them that way. So that's pretty simple. Thank goodness for that. And yeah, it looks like I definitely got all commons this time. That's usually what I get when I order from Hot Topic. Yeah, sometimes I get their exclusives. I just don't like any of the ones they have right now. Or I already have them. But yeah, it seems like I'm getting all commons. But it's just because that's where I buy my commons from. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you've recently added to your collection, what your experience has been with Hot Topic, or anything else you'd like to say. Be nice to everyone you meet. Don't drink too much alcohol, drink plenty of water, and take it easy.